Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce Semantics video session 88. So in today's video, we will actually further explore a bit on the compute relative node which we learned so that you get some more clarity on how we use it, and we can probably move on to some practical explanation of what in real-time projects we actually use compute relative node for. Okay. So anyways, firstly, I wanted to show you one file. Okay. Okay, so this is an Excel file which I have. Okay, I think most probably I will just share this Excel file. But let me first explain you what is the meaning of this Excel file. Okay, so here I have certain op names. Fine, as you can see, Acme 1, Acme 2, Acme 3, 4, 5. Okay, in this way, I have all this file with me. Fine, that's not a big deal. That is fine. So the thing is that these are opportunity which is going through some stages, and snapshot date means the time when that stage got changed. For example, if you see, like we have Acme 1 qualification, we also have Acme 1 qualification. Now there's one Acme 1 called need analysis. Okay, so as you can see till 1/1/2018, and as well as on this snapshot date 1 to 2018 was codification, but during this 1/3/2018 it got changed to need analysis. Okay, so this is the whole meaning of this Excel sheet. Like we have certain op name. Okay, their stage, amount, and snapshot date, the date in which the stage got changed. Fine. Now from here, this Excel sheet, we will actually find what were each of the opportunities previous stage. So as you know, we have an opportunity object and there's an opportunity history object which tracks the stages, right? So through this, we will actually track what was the previous stage, okay, and what was the last stage, which is fine. The final stage is fine. What was the previous stage and what was the change in amount? Okay, so that will be the whole purpose. Okay. So firstly, anyways, if you didn't understand whatever I spoke out, that's completely fine. Anyhow, once you execute, when I show you the practical explanation, you will get a better clarity. Okay, fine. Firstly, what I need to do is I will go to this create, okay, dataset CSV file. And firstly, I will just upload this CSV file. Okay. So let me click on next. I think this is fine. Okay. So as you can see, I have this op stage, amount is in measure, snapshot days is in date as well. Okay. So here you can actually always check the icon. Like if you have this word art A, it means it's a dimension. If you have this measuring tape, okay, it means it's a measure. And if you have this calendar, it means it's a date field. Okay. We deal with three types of data. Okay. In Salesforce Analytics. Fine. Now let's click on upload file. Okay. Okay. Now this part is done. What I'm going to do is, so yeah, this part is uploaded. Fine. The next part is I will go to this data flow. Fine. And I think I will create free session, or let's do one thing. Let's have it over here on the free session 8. We already did one thing. I can utilize this session. Okay. And explain you further on that. Okay. So firstly, I will go have an edge mart and the dataset name will be Acme. Okay. Let me give the same node name, which is fine. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I will use a compute relative node. Okay. And let me write here computations. Okay. Simply something like that. And the source will be once again Acme records. Partition by what I'm going to do is I will go for snapshot. Sorry, partition will be in terms of op name. Okay. Because I have to check like for each op name, what were the stages they've been through, and order by I will go for snapshot date. Okay. So this will be in descending order. I want to get it in descending order. And what I'm going to do is I will calculate the previous stage. Okay. So let me write one field called previous stage. Okay. And I will just write here to calculate previous stage. Okay. So the source field will be, this is fine, source field. Expression type is source field. The source field will be stage. Fine. And the offset will be previous because I have to find the previous one. Okay. So default, I can just simply something like n by a. That's fine. I don't need any default value. Okay, so and now let me click on save. So if there's no previous stage, we will just write n by a. Okay, and let me click on create. Fine, and let me very quickly generate a data set as well. Fine, and just let me write here uh, tracking history. Tracking history. Fine, something like that. Tracking of history. I think that would be a better name. Tracking of history. Okay. So source net will be computations. Fine. And let me do create. Okay. So this part is done. Now let me just explain you on Excel sheet what is exactly is will be happening. Okay. So firstly, as you have seen over here, like I went for partition by op name, isn't it? Okay. So the first step is this whole thing. I will again create a new sheet now. Okay, this one I already uploaded. Now from here, firstly, let me copy this part. That's not a big deal. Let me copy this and here. Okay, fine. Now, firstly, what I will do is actually I will put a filter over here. So I have this sort and filter. Let me put a filter. So from the filter, what I will do is I will first select Acme 1, for example. Okay. So now I will just copy all this Acme 1. Okay. And let me paste it over here. Fine. What happened? It's not being pasted. Give me a moment. Let me check. Okay, guys. I think there is some issue which I'm facing. Okay. Related to copying this. So let me just do one thing. Let me copy a few of them. For some reason, when I'm copying the whole of them, I'm not able to paste it. Okay, so and let me copy this second part. Fine. Now, the same thing I will do for Acme 2 as well, right? So here I have Acme 2. Let me copy this part only. That's fine. And because there's a partition by, right? There will be a demarcation, isn't it? So that's what I am doing here as well. Okay. And let me copy this part over here. Okay. Then we have the Acme 3. So let me copy this part. And again, there will be a division, right? And let me copy this thing. Then let me go for Acme 4. So guys, even you also do this exercise so that you understand actually like how we are dealing with this. Okay. We will actually be checking like how Einstein does the computation in the backend. Okay, that will be the whole purpose. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, so as we were continuing here, I uh, I will now copy this Acme 5 records. Okay, so again I will just put a small gap, which is fine, and this particular thing. Okay, fine. This part is done. So with this part being done, the next step is, as you must have seen, I am doing the snapshot date. I'm ordering it by sorting it by descending order. Okay, so the next step will be on this particular snapshot date. Okay, I have to go for this sort oldest to newest, isn't it? So let me go for that. Okay, wait a minute, what happened? Okay, so here I have to go for sort. So let me just select this and let me go for. Okay, so newest to oldest I'm going. Okay, similarly here also it will be sort newest to oldest. Okay, and similarly here also I have to go for sort newest to oldest. Okay, so let me go for newest to oldest. Fine, and similarly here also it will be newest to oldest. And here also it will be newest photos. If I select everything, then again it will get rearranged. Fine. So that's why I'm doing it one by. Okay, so fine. Now this got rearranged. Okay, this got rearranged in descending order. The snapshot date got rearranged descending. The next part, what I'm doing is actually I have this previous stage. Okay, so this particular is the new field which I'm creating from my end. Okay, and the whole purpose is to actually know what will be the previous stage. Fine. So in the meanwhile, let me also update and run this data flow so that by the time I explain, at least we can quickly see on the data set. Okay, that's fine. So I am just going for the previous stage of this, right? So I'm saying that it will be previous stage, or if there's no previous stage, then just put n by a. Okay. So here, of course, it will be n by a by default because it doesn't have to. And what is the previous stage of this? If you see, it's need analysis, right? It's need analysis. Here also is need analysis. So previous means for this row, this is the previous row. Okay. Now for this row, again, it's need analysis, but for this one, it will be qualification. Isn't it? For this one, it will be qualification. Similarly, if I do for this one, here again, it will be n by a, and the next, now here it is gross lost. So this is the previous one. Okay, again, it will be need analysis over here. This is the previous one. Then we have negotiation. Okay, then we have need analysis once again. Okay, and again need analysis. Fine. Now here again it's n by a, which is fine. Okay, and as you can see, the previous is completely closed out. So let me just copy this and paste it over here. Okay. Similarly, we can do for others. Okay, but for now, let's check at least for Acme 1, Acme 2, Acme 3 if whatever we got is matching or not. Okay, so let me just quickly check if my data flow ran successfully. Okay, so I can see the data flow ran successfully, and what I'm going to do is I will just open this tracking of history in my data set. And here if I go for values table, so under values table, if you see, if I bring this one, that is snapshot date, okay, and well as the previous stage, which is fine. And let's say the snapshot date, let me put it after op name, and the stage will be here. Okay, currently I'm not dealing with amount, so that's fine. And what I'm going to do is I will put a filter. I will go each one step by step. Okay, so let me go for op name first. So for op name, let's say if I put Acme 1 and let me click on apply. Okay, and under data, let me just rearrange this in descending order. So 1 6. Now if you see here, okay, so first is n by a, then you have need analysis till qualification, and that's what we got. See, need analysis, and the last one is qualification. Fine. Similarly, if you go for Acme 2, you see we got n by a closed loss need analysis. Okay, let's check one by one. So I have n by a closed loss need analysis. Then I have negotiation need analysis, need analysis. So that's what over here, negotiation need. So now once again, if we have it, we have Acme 3 over here. Okay. So again, n by a, then closed lost, everything is closed lost. So that's what we got over here. Fine. And similarly, if you do it over here as well, it will be the same thing. I mean, if I do for this one, so I will have closed one over here, right? Then again, up till I think the first three will be this one. Okay. So that's fine. And then again, prospecting, right? So again, prospecting I have over here. Okay. And if I go for this one as well, you will check that part only. Fine. You see, I have n by a closed one, negotiation and prospecting. So that's how it's going. See, n by closed one, negotiation and prospecting. Okay. And similarly, we can do for Acme 5 as well, which we will do it. So yeah, I think let's just finish up till here because this will be a continuation. I have a lot to actually explore and teach you on how we will do the calculation. But yeah, this is the basic part. So I hope you got this, and please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.